Hello, everybody in Chatland.
Hey,
Hello.
what's up? Probably coming on the end of chapter 4 here.
That's right, we are coming most likely towards the end of this latest chapter of the Hayseed. Hayseed. The Hayseed Knight. That guy.
I feel like I'm gonna have to play the whole game through from the beginning at some point just to get the continuous experience. But how's it in the chat tonight? Are you feeling all right?
Are you feeling chatty?
Oh ho. Hee hee. Ho ho.
Just Boxer asked, how much of Hayseed Knight is there left to be exact? Well, Maxie was pretty sure where we'd finish tonight.
Yeah, this is not actually the final chapter. There will be another one after this. Maxie said that there was too much story to finish up all in one chapter, so we should finish this chapter tonight, and then the rest of it will be whenever Maxie's got it done.
I have a question about that. Like, did Maxie, finish more than just this chapter and just put everything that was going to fit into this chapter together?
I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe, but maybe not.
Okay.
That's my answer, and I'm sticking by it.
Great answer. Good answer. Anyway, not very far from the argument now. Adder leaps steps in two, running upstairs using rivets as climbing aids in a desperate bid for his life. Last we left off, he was running from some golems. Just a hair's width behind him, more than well acquainted with the tip of his tail already, two golems chased him relentlessly.
Why are you doing this? You don't gotta listen to him! We're all in danger!
Huh. Negotiating with machines, are we? Save your breath. They cannot hear you, and they do not need a why either. They will kill you because I ordered them to. No mercy, no emotions.
Still halfway along the stairs, seemingly recomposed despite the nosebleed on full display, Taylid casually strolled up. Adder flung a flower vase downstairs, trying to buy some time as he scanned the first floor in search of a strategy.
They'll only come for me?
That is correct. A golem is so advanced that they will not harm any other living...
Not 1 second after Taylid had finished saying other, Adder started knocking on the first door he saw. He kept banging on every door he staggered past, on the walls, on the woodwork, over the windows, yelling all the while,
There's monsters in the desert rose! Run!
A group of very confused performers and servants started trickling into the corridors. At the sight of the rampaging golems and the blood on Taylid's face, the tide grew and roared with terrified screams, surging towards the nearest exits. That was way too smart for Adder right there, but anyway.
Wow, Adder, I was about to say, Adder's brain cell is working over a double duty on that one.
There's something.
Hey, you see?
Hello. Mazu asks, have you ever thought of doing something like this, Rick? Yes, I have. I am actually half working on one while I'm finishing my novels. I expect to actually start picking it up once that's done.
I'm excited.
The automatons swiveled their torsos in short, brisk bursts, trying to find their target amongst the skittering denizens of the palace, to no avail. Adder, in spite of his worrying state, had somehow managed to seemingly vanish.
Is this your master plan, Adderson? Playing hide and seek until the beasts arrive?
Never one to fear getting his hands dirty, Taylid sidled calmly past the throng, glancing over each door that lay ajar in his wake. Nothing. No trace of Adderson.
Are you truly going to waste my time so brazenly?
Yes.
Increasingly desperate, Taylid started looking over the rafters inside the vases. Any shape a lanky yellow stag could have somehow contorted to slip past him.
Them some big vases, that's all I'm saying.
Finger says Adder gains intelligence the closer he gets to death. No, that hasn't been true, mostly. And he's been near death several times, and he mostly got out of it due to sheer dumb luck.
Adder gained intelligence, the closer he gets to robo deers.
Yeah, the robo-deers did it.
Hmm.
Adder's actually a robot. Ta-da! Surprise! He leaned over the railing, looking over the patio, hoping to find Adder hiding behind the colonnade, over the roof, anywhere.
Come out and face me, you cowardly horn-eater!
Who you calling a coward?
It was during one of these brief instances where Taylor's attention lay so easily misplaced that Adder suddenly cast himself up from the ledge beneath the moneylender.
You're the one who's hiding behind 2 golems, you hypochondriac.
The weak stag used what little strength remained in him to hurl his whole body upwards as he swung his head forward, managing to bash the pitiful stumps on his head against Taylor's bare forehead. The moneylender stumbled back, dazed by this second blow, but Adder wasn't nearly done yet. Taylor didn't even get a second to scream in pain this time. With a giant hand firmly wrapped around his neck, Taylor suddenly found himself weightless, floating in the air, right over the thin railings, stopping the escaping crowds from falling over onto the patio. Feeling the call of their master, the golems rushed toward them, but there was very little they could do in such a difficult situation. Very little that wouldn't end with Adder dropping their master 3 stories down, and therefore breaking their orders, that is.
Call him off, Mr. Taylor. We ain't got time for this.
You're a lout, Addersind. You may think yourself bold after fooling my sister into thinking your life has any worth, but let me assure you once more, there is no outcome where you win.
He looks too calm for this.
Yeah.
Even if you were to kill me, my golems would still carry out my last command. You'd be dead before I reached the ground. Assuming you could ever have it in you to see through this pitiful intimidation attempt.
Keep assuming, man. I've seen more people die than you could have ever killed.
What an odd choice of phrasing for a threat. Do you know what those words tell me? They tell me you have never killed. You may have caused deaths, perhaps, but you're still so afraid of combination that you think they make us the same. There's a world of difference between killing and letting people die.
Tell that to Lord Dumar when you see him!
Adder needn't do more than swing his arm, and suddenly Taylor's body was launched up beyond the railing, away from any salvation.
Well,
See ya. There was no reaction on the golem's part, no time to think. The moneylender's mouth hung open in disbelief as he felt his weight flying up towards the clouds for a brief instant, before suddenly precipitating down, reclaimed by Dakna. A life lived in fractions of a second. Memories of so many decisions. Not even Taylor could remain so cold as to make space for revenge inside his mind as he fell. His descent came to an abrupt end, but not his life. Taylor's neck whipped forward violently as he was suddenly jerked back up by the collar of his tunic. A single piece of fabric stood between the red deer and certain death. A stag leaning over the railing to stop his fate. Without another word, Adder hauled Taylor back over the railings and tossed him on the ground. Taylor could only stare at him, awestruck, confused. It soon morphed into something more familiar. Superiority.
You didn't have it in you.
No, I 1000% do. I got it in me, all right. I know I do. One look at you and I just know I do. The world would be so much better without a weak, hoarding scum like you taking advantage of everyone else. When I think of that, I could drop you 1,000 times over. I could choke the life out of you right now. But you're Sep's brother, and she loves you. And I know she's for real convinced she's got to be like you too if she's gonna get anywhere in this life. Y'all could be right. Oh, you've definitely been way better at me at this whole surviving thing. But I still think it's wrong. I know it's selfish, but I don't know how I'd look her in the face ever again if I gave you a taste of your own medicine. I don't want it to hurt more than I already done. So maybe you're right. Maybe I don't got it in me to be like you. Not yet, I don't.
Is that so? That's very stupid of you. Kill him.
Eh.
There were no magnificent movements, no great strategies, no tricks. One of the golems simply tackled Adder, splintering the railing like mere toothpicks. Adder and the machine plummeted down onto the patio several stories below. Step ran out of breath for a moment, an unnatural chill crawling up her spine. Her ears shot up. Something was wrong. This ominous premonition had nothing on the side of Rochelle furiously slamming the door to Sep's room open and shoving the golem out.
You want me to treat you like an adult? Fine. Let's all quit pretending then. I may not know what strange magic you cast upon my wife, but I know sure as I'm standing right in front of you that you ain't no Yusuf, no queen, no princess, no nothing, honey buns. You're just some ungrateful cursed brat that I can't seem to get rid of. Still, you want to be called a different title every single day? Just say the word, sugar. I'll call you any and everything you want. 'Cause know what, your grace? You ain't never even had a name to begin with.
So what? Mom found me in a palace in Basaksarat. She said it didn't matter who I was. I would become Jasif.
Oh, yes. She found you in a fortress, I bet. But it was in the kitchen of some third-class castle, wherever in the northeast, if memory still serves. That makes you what?
Did
The Mary
Rochelle's
Queen of an
accent
inn in
change?
Tosal, maybe? Calcan, if you're so desperate to get some sun.
Because she's talking with a bit more of a southern drawl there now.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't remember
I noticed that too.
I can't really
Is she
tell, but
is she dropping an effect? That could be
That's
possible.
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe her posh voice was an affectation, and this is what she really sounds like normally.
yes, that's what I
I mean,
got.
I could
Her
believe that.
natural accent.
What are you talking about?
Honey, your mother told me all about the day she rescued you from some poor maid who was just overwhelmed minding her other children. Yup. She just had to become obsessed with this one runt. The most special indeed.
That's a lie. You're lying.
You want to blame someone for all this? Blame Thaw for losing her mind. Blame me for caring at all. But it's about time you got this into your head, you home-wrecking perisher. If it wasn't for you, she'd still be alive.
No.
You know all the well I do that a guy wasn't here the night she died.
No. No, that's not...
What did you do?
I didn't... It wasn't...
What did you do?
Adder was certainly a resistant boy. His skull seemed made of the strongest cement, his bones were steel beams. But even the sturdiest house crumbles to pieces when slammed against the ground with the force of a stampede. Adder blinked once and again, trying to see past the dark haze in his vision and the weight in his chest. He could see a caricature, a face of sorts. The boy had never dared look at a golem up close, much less so in the light of day. He was afraid of what he might find, of testing his convictions. But now, there it was right in front of him, about to kill him. He was all out of excuses, and he could see it crystal clear. The golem's eyes were all wrong. There was nothing inside of it. In the same way one can tell apart the warmth of heated metal and the warmth of a body, Adder could see that these creatures that looked and felt so much like Aina had nothing to do with her. He reached out and wrapped his less broken hand around the golem's mask, still cracked from the punch that had wrecked his other hand. Adder didn't hesitate this time. The mask crumbled into pieces inside his fist. Only metal and clothes remained.
I knew she wasn't. No.
Dark again. He heard something metallic falling nearby. 2 sets of steps, then silence. Adder gasped in pain as Taylor's dagger drew a thin trail of blood where it rested on his neck.
You put up quite a fight. But it's over, Adder.
Taylor lifted the dagger in the air, ready to bear it down full force on Adder's chest. Adder followed the movement of the dagger as it rose through the half-shut eye, until a little flame sprouted in a corner of his side instead. Taylor's dagger pierced skin and bone, and it would have punctured Adder's very heart if a sudden blast of scalding air hadn't pushed Taylor off him.
What?
Fire. Fire coming out of the other side of the palace, towards the sky, all over the roof. Fire coming from one room.
Sep! No!
Taylor ran in the direction of the fire, muttering desperate things under his breath. Adder just laid on the ground, bleeding with his eye closed. He heard one set of steps move toward him, then another, and one last. As he felt the golem's weight climbing on top of him once more, he couldn't help but think it was almost funny, really. His second time getting stabbed wasn't quite so bad as the first, but he couldn't seem to find the strength to get up and run this time around.
Is this how you die after all, Bones?
Struggling to keep his eye open, Adder looked up. He saw the point of the knife, the golem's arm, and the silhouette of another hand stretched over him.
That's so sad. I thought I'd get to kill you myself.
His eye rolled back towards the patio, finding instead the royal pathway hovering over him. He heard a young guard screaming in the Jasif, losing her will to escape.
It sucks, doesn't it? And it's only going to get worse from here.
Felt the ground falling under him, bereft of the power he had when he jumped down with Sepp in his arms. He ran through a wall, and he climbed up a window, and he made his way into someone else's mind. He did so many things he could never have done on his own, because someone else was there watching him.
If you're not going to fight, I'll order Aina to let that thing put you out of your misery now.
And he wondered if that was magic too. She had been looking after him before he even knew. If she had just wished him well, while he couldn't do anything for her. He was just glad to feel useful again.
Get up.
He tried to breathe, tried to follow the lessons she had so insistently taught him, though he knew why they never worked, why he could never look inward.
No, not like this. Get up.
Memory after memory started filling his mind, memories he had so gladly given away.
That's it. Fight.
He saw his home, and the cart taking him so far away, the last time he would ever see his mother and his father and his siblings.
We need you here a little longer.
He saw his boss and the fort and the captains new and old. He remembered the last time he slept with two eyes, the last time he let himself rest and give up.
Get
The last time he failed everyone.
up.
He wouldn't fail again.
Good talk. I'll catch you later, pup.
Achievement unlocked. Fireworks. So that's the end of that chapter, apparently.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, dang.
Whoa! Two.
I thought, I didn't realize we were that close to the end of it.
Me either.
Two.
It looked-
I thought there was at least another hour to it.
Wow.
Apparently
It
there
was
was
being-
only, 25 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Well,
Great
I was gonna
cliffhanger, though.
I was gonna say it felt very climatic where it was going. So
Man.
This chapter was originally going to be the last, but it grew so large I had to slice it in two. My hope for 2023 is I'll be able to finish Chapter 5 and the whole story within this year, so I'll keep working toward that goal. Da 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 da.
Should learn Ren P.
Yeah. Thank you, Maxie, and everyone else who worked on this. All right,
Yeah.
hold on.
Hell yeah.
Let's look at the new. Who do we have as the new credits? So we have Eka was Kimmy Staten.
Yeah, folks, please consider leaving a review for this because we really need to support indie creators like Maxie. It's really important.
Mhm.
At least I think so. You know. Star was Elsie Love.
That mob dough.
Thank you.
Welp, there's a frightened artisan.
All right, you're just gonna go with that one joke.
Maybe.
Music. License pieces. Sound effects.
You know-
There's me. See, right there.
Oh, wait, are you in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes, I see him.
Second line.
Hold on, I see Diego P.
Oh, there's Rick.
Hit me,
Yep.
Still there.
God, it's
Still-
not.
Jonas.
Is it alphabetical? No, it's
Diego.
not
No, it's
alphabetical.
not alphabetical.
God damn it! No, please.
There's Rory. He's cool. There's Diego.
Diego Martinez? No.
No, our Diego.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm just joking.
They pity Indy again.
Oh yeah, he's cool too. Who else do I feel like I know some of these other names, but I'm not sure. Pizza toppings. That's a good
Mando, like Mando Pony.
I don't think so. There's
There's many Mandos.
Hmm. Some of
But
them
it
even
could
try.
be that Mando. You never know.
B&B
Some of them even
Rice.
try Lorians.
Thank you. I know B&B Rice. He's an artist. He's cool. I ever feel like some of these other names ring a bell, but
Foxy says, "Oh, dang, it's already over. It's not even 20 minutes." Yep.
I know, right?
The only development we got was that Rochelle is convinced that Sep killed her mother. Sep exploded into fire demon something,
Yay!
and Adder very heavily almost died. Oh, and also Ekka's here now.
The right thing to do would have been to just kill Taylor, but he couldn't do it because he's a good guy.
Yeah, he almost killed Taylor and he couldn't do it.
Wow.
It should say chapter 5 right there.
Oh yeah. Is there any are there any bonus features or?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we could read the encyclopedia.
If you want, it's up to you.
Graycon asks, so out of curiosity, how'd y'all find out about this game? I just saw it recommended to me one day on itch.io. I was like, that looks interesting, but it doesn't look complete enough to play yet, so I sat on it for a while until chapter 3 was done, and we decided to stream it, and then we all liked it.
Yeah,
and then Maxie became our BFFF, and we all got together for pancakes, and then
And then the Fire Nation attacked, and
yes, the Fire Nation attacked.
Maxie, you now need to come to TFF so we can all have pancakes together. Just buy the $700 one-way ticket from Spain to Texas.
I'll try to send you maple syrup for Canada.
Just hang out in Texas forever. You'll be fine. God. But yeah, great game. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Totally unexpected how good the artwork
the save that I ended with is close enough to the end. I can just leave it where it is. So for next chapter.
Yeah.
You guys want to do